Western Conference podcast brought to you by Dos Gatas Tequila. And it's been a long time coming. When we say Western Conference, you can't spell the West without PAOLO up in here. PAOLO, how we doing, brother?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, man. Always, man. I'm happy to be here with you, man. Come on.
PAOLO, the fan from the Bay Area's in the building. PAOLO to be exact.
PAOLO to be exact.
Come on, man. We got to put the P up there. But as you can see, we're not wearing the same shirt for no reason. Shout out our brothers Who Cares and Collect Select, A-Mart and C-Mart.
Shout out to the family.
Did that thing out here in Vegas. But how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know, out here for summer league, so
Yeah.
just you know, having a good time, doing some fam time.
Yeah,
got a little turn up a little bit.
Come
so,
on,
you know,
no, not a lot of bit.
A lot of bit. Yeah,
there's no little bit when it comes to PAOLO and turning up.
Yeah. We was having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, Vegas always treats me good.
You like Vegas though?
I mean, I love Vegas.
Yeah,
I love Vegas, man, because you know, I live in LA now.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really go out in LA.
Yeah.
So
it's a little different in LA.
Yeah,
Shout out to LA folks, but
yeah.
when you come from the Bay, the transition to the Bay Area is a little bit better.
Yeah.
That I think, because I moved out here to Vegas.
Yeah.
And I just think when I was in LA, it's to me, I don't want to get nobody uptight and get their panties in a bunch. It's just not a going out place for me.
No. For me either.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, when I do go out to LA, I go to like bars.
Yeah.
On some lounge stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't go to the club.
Yeah. On some kicking shit.
Yeah. I'm like kicking it with the homies.
Yeah.
Even when I go out.
But it's different now that you go out, because now you get the notoriety now. Come on, from the grassroots to all of what you're doing now, you're getting more, recognized now. How's that been though?
I mean, man, it's just dope to be able to represent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially for, represent for the Bay.
Yeah.
Represent for the coast. You know what I'm saying?
And that's something about you that I've always loved, because when we talk about representing the Bay, we all know, as from being the Bay, we always gonna represent the Bay.
Yeah.
Whether we in Hawaii, whether we from out of the country, we always gonna represent the Bay. But you've been representing the Bay not just through your music, but through producing as well.
Yeah. Man, I've been blessed to have a lot of like great mentors and people that have like helped me and created a platform for me to even do what I'm doing now. So it's like, man, I've just been blessed to have like a lot of, God has just placed me around, put me in these places and placed all these like special people that have helped me. So,
but you've been doing, because you grew up in front of our eyes. I mean, through your whole career.
Yeah.
I mean, we're taking it back, and I always like telling people on Western Conference that we take it back to the grassroots, where everything went down. But we talking going back to PAOLO, where you got the HBK kids going. Tell us how this whole thing came about.
Man, dude. I mean, how the whole HBK thing is like, me and I Am Sue went to high school together.
Shout out Sue, man. That's fan right there.
Shout out to Sue. Me and I Am Sue went to high school together. And so he was, he was 2 grades older than me.
Got it.
So once, and it was funny because we were in this rap group called the Go-Getters.
The Go-Getters.
The Go-Getters in high school. So me and Sue were the producers for the Go-Getters.
Yeah.
So
not the rappers, you were the producers.
Yeah, we were the producers for the rap group. And like Sue would like rap on some certain songs, and sometimes they would let me rap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was
that was like your shot too.
Yeah. that was my shot too. So we used to make songs. Shout out to Hollywood Keith. He shout out to Showbang and
stuff. Man. Shout out Showy, man.
Yeah, like those are like the people that we came up with. We all went to high school together. And it's funny because like once, there was like this whole era of like rap groups. When there was like the Pack and the Diligence and all that.
Good time.
Yeah. And and me, I was like younger, so I was like 2 years younger than
everybody else.
Yeah. So, but really how it started is because like people would just want me and Sue to produce. Yeah.
Like, the rap is cool, but just stick to producing.
So me and Sue would just like be like, all right, you know what? We're just gonna do our own shit. Yeah. And they kind of, that's how kind of everything spawned. And obviously Sue was able to like, step into his to his spotlight.
Get into his zone.
Get
his recognition.
Get it. And once really what the record that just changed everything. I think that also just changed the whole landscape of the Bay was Up.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Shout out Love Rant. Shout out the whole boys over there. But man, Up, it changed the game because you still hear it today and it's a timeless classic.
A timeless classic.
You can play it in the club, right? They play it in Dre's everywhere. Shout out Franny. Shout out all the boys over there. But you can play Up anywhere in the Bay, in the world.
In the world. And that shit still go up.
Come on.
And man, and that, that record was able to, open a lot of doors for not only for Sue, but for everyone around him. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't think he'll ever get the credit for that.
Yeah. Shout out Susie, man.
But you know, like me personally, I would like any chance I get to, you know, give him his flowers.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Because he really changed. He changed everyone's life. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like even just like the landscape of the Bay. I mean, if you really think about it.
Because that was almost like the changing of the guard.
It was the changing of the guard.
Because it went from the hyphy movement into what you guys were doing, and it was like, whoa.
Well, no, there was like that little break.
Yeah.
Of like, well, where there was.
What we gonna do?
Yeah, like there wasn't like too much going on.
Yeah.
And you know, I think once that happened, it was like a change of the guard. Like it was a change of the guard, and it just, I feel like the HBK thing was able to like give the Bay a new. Like
a new life,
new life, and like a new face, a new, you know, just like especially on the national scale.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't a record from the Bay.
Yeah, that was doing it like that.
That got big like that, and then it
cut on like wildfire, bro.
It toppled over to a whole bunch of some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, also Sue was a part of also. So it was like, man, bro, like for me, he was probably the you know,
come on, he's the catalyst that just had everything going on.
He was the catalyst of everything, you know, and I was just blessed to be, you know, adjacent to that, or just be around that and learn so much from just all that whole thing, and
just soaking everything up like a sponge.
Man. Also, because man, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying, till this day. So like, man, but I just every time. We you know, we always talk about grassroots and all that stuff. Like I always want to be able to give Sue.
Come on, man. His I am Sue. That's family right there. Man, family, I gotta get Sue on the podcast.
Yeah,
man.
No. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, because he got some. Yeah,
he got some things to say too.
He got some things. Yeah, for sure, man.
But even before you and Sue went to the producer, how did you guys even get into that realm before the Go Getters? When you guys were in high school, and was instruments always a part of your family growing? Because you're Filipino, so I know music was in the household.
No. Music was always, you know, like as everyone fucking knows, Filipinos love karaoke,
absolutely,
and singing and all that shit. Like even when I was younger, like I used to perform. We used to perform at like family parties. I used to like perform at family parties.
Come on.
So it would be like
he was a star at the family party.
Yeah, like I would fucking like gather up me and my cousins and be like, "Yo, we're gonna do this.
Do a little routine.
We're gonna do a little routine. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna do a routine to NSYNC.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Doing hella NSYNC songs.
Come on.
While like you know in the fucking living room.
Yeah.
And everyone in the family,
and the whole family's watching.
The whole fam's watching and
drunk uncles in the back talking shit.
Yeah. Eating hella peanuts. And eating hella salted
throwing
peanuts.
Sunflower seeds at you, like, do that dance again.
But I mean, like looking back on it now, I was like, whoa, I was like, that was like kind of like my incubator phase of like me performing.
It was definitely the gateway to the music part of what you're gonna do.
And I always knew I had a like love for music. So when middle school coming into high school, I was like, okay, wait, I love music this much.
Yeah.
How can I figure out how to make it?
Yeah.
You know, or make what I want to
see.
Hear.
That's big. Because when you're a kid like that, you could either take that route or you could also go to the MC route. There's so many different routes. And we had that in the Bay. We had the luxury of kind of seeing, like, who was you growing up listening to while you was in school as well?
I mean, man, dude,
if you talking about NSYNC, that's just one of the many.
Yeah. That was one of the things, you know. That was one when I was like younger, but you know, growing up on 40 and Short and Mac Dre and and Nicotina and all just like listening to all that like underground bass stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that was even, you know, the Pack. And, like EA Ski and Tracks a Million.
Come on, man! Shout out the whole Bay.
Yeah, like you know, and. That music always just sounded so much different than anything that was going on.
And I think what was dope about that, you guys being kind of raised on that era of Bay Area hip hop. Like you hear in you guys' music now the deep bass lines. You know, those Too Short bass lines.
Still to this day, bro. Like you know, like when I'm like making music and I'm like creating, I'm still like.
Come on, tapped into that.
I'm still like, cause even then, like all that music, is still ahead.
Come on,
sonically of like what's, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's something that the Bay has always been is like, innovation,
Yes.
Innovating, and we've always just been ahead of the
Trendsetters.
curve. Oh yeah, like bro, we'll do it first, bro.
Yeah,
and have everybody laugh at us, and everybody think it's stupid, and then 10 years down the line, everybody's gonna think it's cool.
Look at the hyphy movement.
Yeah, like you know, like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's our place
Yeah.
in the world. Is the Bay is like we just you know. We have to do, we got to do it first.
Come
you
on.
know what I'm saying? And then someone else just comes in and improves on it.
And PAOLO, you guys are just soaking this all up.
Yeah, no, man. Cause you feel me? Like, cause even when we're in high school, that's when like the pack was going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're looking at that. It's like, oh man, these kids just go to school right up the road.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't, and they're getting notarized.
Yeah. So it kind of put a battery in everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's back around that area. You know what I'm saying? Because Berkeley's what 15 minutes from where?
Come on.
From PAOLO, 20 minutes from PAOLO, and Richmond. You know what I'm saying? So it was like all of that was like the real like that kind of like gave us the inspiration to even like pursue it. You know? And then like Sue ended up going to like Contra Costa College, and that's when he linked up with like Love Rance and Cool John.
Come on,
like Skip.
Yeah.
And then that's when John used to throw the Schma Fest. You know,
shout out Cool John, man.
Man.
I always say it's all ahead of their time.
You know, 1000%. And also, like, John doesn't also get the like John really was like the visionary.
Yeah.
Of all of it too.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sue was like the music.
Yeah.
The music part. But John had the larger vision.
The big picture.
The big picture of
absolutely.
it. And I like. Even with like the snack tape, it was like he put like a compilation of like, and that shit was crazy, bro. Like looking back on it, like bro, like just John was just like he had the vision, bro. He had the vision.
It's crazy, like listening to the old, you know, when he had the compilations. That's Bay Area. Take it back to the Herm, the Rompilations, and all those.
Exactly.
And it was just it fell in suit.
Yeah.
And I felt like as being a Bay Area hip hop fan and kind of seeing the transition and changing of the guard, where we had the compilations. And when you heard Cool John doing his compilations, it was almost like the Rompilation. Because he got like the hottest dudes in the area. Was everyone on hot beats. And those are still classic mixtapes and compilations.
Still classic, man. And you know, man, like I also want to give John, you know, his flowers also because, like, man, he was like, even when people didn't want me on songs and people didn't want me to do verses and people just didn't want me to make beats, like he gave me that confidence to be like, no, I'm about to put you on this motherfucker. I'm about to put.
And it's crazy about John because I used to see John when you guys were doing your thing and he had this style about him, right?
Man,
but it was a style that people laughed at first. And then you looked at later on down the line, they all started following suit and looking like John.
Like, man, I mean, like, bro, I mean, he's Cool John for a reason.
Yes.
His name he's never
cool motherfucker right there.
He's never been not called anything but Cool John. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, man, shout out to Cool John, man. Yeah.
But then up hits the scene.
That up hits the scene.
Up hits the scene. You guys are just going crazy because it's catching fire all over the Bay Area and all outside of the lines, California, throughout nationwide. What's the next move for y'all to kind of say, okay, how are we going to bring all this talent into one? You got HBK has like a cult following. So you guys have this following. How are you guys kind of saying, okay, all the role players got to play their role? How is that solidified?
I mean, yeah, like I think we all knew that Sue was like our front man, you know, and everyone, you know, that was the most like important part of everything is like everyone play their part with it. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's important because I think people watching now, people that do have clicks now that are coming up in the game, you got to play your role.
You got to play your role.
You got to be your role player because everyone wants to be the star player. But if you play your role, I see that the more successful teams like you guys selves is everyone kind of knew their place. You know, Cool John was doing his thing. Skip, everyone had their niche and had their what their strong point was. And you guys come along and then now everyone starts hearing about this kid PAOLO. Like when I started hearing that, I was like, okay. At first I was like, okay, the Filipino kid, right? Because you look at HBK like, oh, the Filipino kid's PAOLO. You know what I mean? Then you had Kuya Beats and everybody going in there. So now you have the support from the Filipinos. You have the support from the hood already. All the friends is in there. Like, how are you guys transitioning this into what you guys are doing already?
I mean, like, I think it was, but that's what also makes the Bay so special. Because like I don't know where where like a Filipino.
Come on.
Like a
I'm glad you said. I was letting you say that. I'm glad you said that.
I don't know where if it was like where that could even take place
and be accepted
in the world.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes I think the Bay Area so special. And also even looking back on it now, like there was so much there were so many like Filipinos in the music industry in the Bay.
Absolutely. In the Bay alone.
Yeah, in the Bay alone, especially with like all the like OG like R&B groups and shit.
Yeah, you had like Panay, you had all these people that was doing like the straight R&B shit too.
Yeah, the straight R&B shit. And
doing it.
And doing it though.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Like looking back, like you know, I'll grow up watching CMC and shit like that, right?
Come on, shout out Chewy and the
shout
fam.
out to come on, man. Come on, like growing up, like cause I used to see those videos like back to back with like Cash Money Millionaire videos and Tupac videos and like all the Snoop Dogg
and
stuff.
they did it slick because they added it with the mainstream videos that are out there.
With the mainstream shit. So I'm in my mind.
As a kid,
I'm like, oh, these like Filipino people are going crazy. but not knowing that it was part of like the independence scene.
Yes.
You know,
and shout out CMC for doing that.
Man, shout out to CMC, shout out to Chewy, man.
And shout out Franny, because I think they kind of like solidified that whole diversity in the music in the Bay Area.
Yeah, man, shout out Franny, man. No, man, you know, and you know, Franny doing him.
Yeah.
You know, especially at, you know, at KML and all shit.
Come on,
man, like, you know, and it was able just to like give me that confidence of like, oh no, like,
absolutely, especially as a Filipino kid.
As a Filipino kid, you know, and looking back on it, like I didn't understand, like I never thought of it like, you know what I'm saying? Like I always thought of it, I'm just me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I always wanted to let like the work speak
for itself,
and the music let the music speak. So like I never like looked at it like, oh no, I'm gonna have a harder time because I'm Filipino.
Exactly.
You know,
because it was so accepted, and I say that because you know there's such a big Filipino demographic, huge Polynesian, Black, Latin, all in this melting pot of the Bay Area where everyone is talented. You know what I mean? Musically, you know, athletes and all that stuff where it was accepted, because we always say that people don't realize when we talk about the Bay Area and how the diversity out here. People from the East Coast, when I was playing football, like at City College San Francisco, they couldn't understand how the Polys and the Filipinos and the Blacks all got along.
And how we all like just coincide. Like we actually like in other places when people talk about the diversity, right? There's like parts where people are like, it's still like people are still segregated. They're not like intertwined. Like,
exactly.
Anybody you know growing up had a Polynesian friend or a Filipino friend. Everybody did.
Everybody wanted some Filipino food and some Poly food.
Like everybody, like you go from any type of race or any ethnicity or any background, everybody knew what lumpia was.
Exactly. Exactly. And now you see Earl over there with the Lumpia Company with Alex, man. Shout out the Lumpia Company.
Come on.
But that's why we talk about like each region too. Like LA, we seen it because you know, I say it all the time. They had more of a gang type thing. You know, it was like the Bloods and the Crips, and everyone was segregated like that and diverse like that. But in the Bay Area, people still couldn't get how all these different nationalities was doing.
Like it still baffles people to this day.
To this day.
And that's again the Bay Area being so, we've just always been so progressive with everything, with ideas and you know, like I always say the Bay Area is like literally like we're like 20 years 10 years ahead.
Come on, we're always ahead of the game.
We're always just ahead of the game. You know, we're like a microcosm. We're just like a sample of.
And people from the East Coast and then from wherever they see it, and they started to get it. Because at first it was like, oh, they always talking all this diversity, like, but now people from New York, people from Florida, and all that, they're starting to get that. That's where the Bay, like, hey, the Bay, they a little different in the Bay. So did you use that to your advantage? Like, okay, you got the HBK stuff going on. Now you're kind of like progressing as you guys in careers. Now everyone's to have their own solo stuff. How would you kind of say, okay, I'm got the best of both worlds. I'm a producer and I'm an artist. When did the artist thing kind of shine through the producing?
I mean, like, so when, you know, when all that stuff was happening with like Up and then like Gas Pedal happened and like
that stint though, man.
Like all those records, Gas Pedal
and Red Nose and all that.
Sage and then Sage came along. And you know, he opened another door for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Sage, man. Like, cause he helped me so much in my career also too. Like, you know, he was like he was able to give me a lot of opportunities. You know, just being right next to him. You know what I'm saying? Just and being adjacent to what he was doing. But yeah, like I think, and then shout out to, I think this really when everything changes, like when I did Act Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
Shout out to the boy Dame, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
the boy Dame, man.
Yeah, man. Come on.
The connections that boy got, man, it's something else.
Yeah, no. The boy Dame, like, and that was when he was still working at KML.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to get on Gotti.
Yeah. But that was huge.
Yeah,
though.
no, yeah, like that ended up, like that record ended up giving me a pub deal.
Yeah.
And then you know, that shit spawned into, you know, like I was able to like get some money in my pocket for like some like substantial money.
Exactly.
And I was able to like, okay, now what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
It gave you the opportunity to do what you wanted to do. Yeah.
It gave me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I was going back and forth between the Bay and LA. Like I was spending 2 weeks in LA, 2 weeks back in the Bay.
It was hot. It was hot.
Yeah. So I was like doing a bunch of sessions But
take us back to Act Right.
Yeah.
I mean, was that a beat that you knew that you was already gonna do for Dame, or is that some of the beat that you was already working on?
No, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It was like Dame just hit me. He said, "Yo, we in Vegas."
Yeah.
I think they were recording at they were at the Palms or something like that. And he was like, "Yo,"
in one of the suites.
Yeah. Like they were like, "Yo, send me a pack."
Yeah.
I think Act Right was the first beat in that pack.
And you remember that was going to be because you always put your best one first, right? Did you already remember working on that?
No. I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know that was gonna be the one. I just like made
that was an anthem, P.
Yeah,
because they had Yo Gotti, it was YG, Jeezy.
Yeah.
Come on, man, and that whole thing because you had that Bay Area type of beat.
Yeah.
Where you had these people that weren't from the Bay Area. I think that's why it was different.
Yeah. They were able to put like a different swag.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And it kind of. But also, man, what people don't realize is that shit started Yo Gotti's.
Yeah. Oh, it kickstarted it.
It kickstarted like after that record, he was able to get down in the DM.
Yeah.
He was able to get rake it up.
Exactly.
Like that.
He had his mojo going at that time too.
That shit really jump started his
catapulted him right there, man.
Catapulted him. And man, like I remember we were shooting the video in Oakland, and you know we in East Oakland. He like, yo. We been him talking on the side. He's like, yo, this is like, you know, and Gotti been doing his thing in the South for years.
Exactly.
Already. Years and years already. Like 2000. So this, what was that? 2014.
Yeah.
He's been in since 2000. What?
Like been doing it. 2001. So he's been in the game.
He's been in the game, and he like, yo. He telling me, he's like, man, this is the first time I ever got played on New York radio. Come on. It was the formula, bro. It's the formula. Yeah.
Because you had the Bay Area beat. You had Yo Gotti, who's already been in the game, but I don't think he crossed over until that record.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Until that record.
And I think that record kind of catapulted him into like the realm of, who's this kid? What else has he got?
Yeah.
So everything else he started doing. But man, it took that Bay Area little swag to do it.
Yeah, man. And you know, shit, shout out to Dame. And, you know, and you know, that also, you know, helped him do his do what he's doing.
Got his foot in the door. It kicked it wide open for him.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. So man, I'm forever indebted to Dave.
Yeah.
Forever, man. That's my bro, man.
After Act Right comes out, you're now you're busy. Now the phone's ringing off the hook.
Yeah.
Now what are we doing after that?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, like I was going back and forth to LA doing a bunch of sessions, and then I mean, really like I think that's when I think after that me and Cool John did Movie.
Ooh. Come on, classic.
Yeah. Me and Cool John did Movie, because I think at that time we were I think we were working on the second HBK a project, but I just had like a bunch of songs. Me and Cool John had a bunch of songs already.
And you were like, we got an album worth.
Yeah. Like, cause like I would just like make songs. I'll just make songs with like one verse and a hook. And then John just like come over to the house and just end up popping on it. And just fill it.
Yeah.
And then that was when like Bitch I Look Good. And like,
come on, man.
Yeah, like
Bitch I Look Good was like a summer anthem for a little bit.
Man, Bitch I Look Good. You're like that, man. That whole little shit was like, that was amazing. Like movie was like, that was like, I feel like that was the project where people was just like, okay.
Bro, at that time, I could tell you from the outside looking in, at that point in time when you guys did Movie and Bitch I Look Good came out and Sue was doing his thing and all you guys were just hitting on all cylinders, you guys couldn't lose at that point.
Yeah.
That was, you guys, everything you guys put out was everyone was waiting for it.
Yeah.
It could have been some like side project you was doing. Yeah. You just released it and it was gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Man, that that kind of even gave me that whole thing gave me the confidence to even. I was like, okay, so once all that happened, and then shit, yeah, like that was like the whole kind of like thing that gave me the catapult to kind of even like
do your solo thing.
Yeah, do my solo thing. I mean, but I was also I was doing my solo thing on the side. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where I was like dropping more bitch and more gold chains and all that shit. Like I maybe did two already. Yeah, I did 2 more. Bitch
had the series going on.
Yeah. But then but really after movie, I think that's when I was like, okay, wait. Yeah. Like we could we could go crazy. Like, like I wanted to, but that was also, I had money from that pub deal, so I was like, okay, I could just like invest in my own money to what I wanted to do,
into your own brand,
into my own brand, and like do the things I want to do, shoot the videos that I wanted to shoot, and like really just like I was taking all that money I was getting from the production stuff, and just throwing it back,
reinvesting it in yourself,
reinvesting into myself, and that was like what one of the most important things that like I think that I ever did. Yeah. But
I think the importance of that, I think people watching this as well, and they are up and coming producers, they are up and coming artists, they have to know that once you do get money from a pub deal, from production, from whatever it is, don't go and start buying all this other stuff. Go and reinvest yourself in yourself. Yeah. Because you got to bank on yourself, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, man, I mean, like, yeah, like I learned like to this day I still record myself. Yeah. You know, like I don't, you feel me? I have my own equipment. I do everything like.
Exactly.
But that was something that I always like want to do. Like I wanted to be able to be the most
self-sufficient.
So like, you know, I ain't never had to worry. Yeah. I ain't never had to like depend on anybody.
Exactly.
You know, and
you wanted to be your own boss.
Yeah, I want to be my own boss, you know, and that was something, you know, that's also something, you know, just growing up in the Bay.
Yeah. Come on. It takes you right back to it, right?
It always takes you right back, because I mean, because everybody want to claim all this independent shit and all this shit, bro. But like, bro, where did that shit come from?
Exactly. Come on. I'm gonna let you say it, P, because
man, like where that shit come from?
We talk about the independent. We talk about Too Short out the trunk. We talk about the independent that we've been growing up on, and just to see that kind of like furthermore, especially with Earl. Shout out E40 the fan, but the independent game was something that was kind of passed on to you guys and the other Bay Area artists. Yeah. Some people did what they did with it. Some people didn't. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it kind of showed in everybody's projects what they were doing, but you guys excelled every time. Like then you start getting into working with other artists. Like my favorite one beats of yours is Not For Long by B.O.B.
Yeah.
Tell me how that even came about.
Man, yeah, like my publishing company, man, was a shout out to APG, man. Like that was like right after I did. That was like when Act Right.
Come on, you was on the hot streak.
Yeah. So like I was doing a bunch of stuff. I was going back to LA, back and forth. Yeah. And you know, and really like one of the things that was like really like what like my publishing company was like using me for was like my drums and my drum patterns and stuff like that.
The sounds. Your sound.
Yeah. Like so they would just send me a bunch of stuff to like put drums on.
Oh, nice.
So it was like man, that's really how that came about. And shout out to my boy Mark Nyland. He was the one who played the keys on that.
Come on, man. That one, Mark, you did your thing on that one.
Shout out to Mark.
You did your thing on that one, because that B.O.B. Not For Long. We're gonna play a clip of it right here, but I'm telling y'all, that Not For Long.
No, man. Woo! Yeah, no. That was a good one. Shout out to B.O.B. man.
Yeah, man.
But see, like, and man, that was man, that led to some other stuff too. Like even like we did the we were doing the Fast and Furious camp.
Wow.
And then me and Sage were working together for that camp, and they brought in the Going Down For Real beat for FLO-RIDA.
Woo!
So like that was the first beat that they played.
We're talking about the Going Down For Real that you hear in stadiums.
Yeah. Like and you feel me, like that beat came up and I was like, it's going down, and then Sage cut it. Yeah, we had Sage cut it, and then shit. And that's
Come on, man.
And that shit damn near 5 times platinum.
And just, I don't think a lot of people, I'm glad people are hearing this, because I think when they hear the Going Down For Real and they see, you know, all these, you know, 6 degrees of separation with you, Sage, and everything going on, you guys did a lot of big shit.
No, man.
That still opens up doors to this day.
Till this day.
And that you guys could just sit like, you know, and it all started from you guys just doing what you guys loved at high school.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, making music at our parents' house. And it just shows you, man, like, man, if you just really just put that work in, man, believe in like your shit, reinvest into your shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like, end of the day, it's like you really banking on yourself. Yeah, you know. anytime.
Come on.
Anytime, every time, every time. It's like, man, you really gotta, but that just comes from believing in yourself. You know what I mean? Knowing that you're capable of doing anything that you want to do, you know, in this life. It's like, and everybody's capable. Like, nobody's,
come on.
No, nobody's like more has an advantage. Like, you know,
and we talk about the independent game, and I think the tool that we talk about Bay Area being independent, but I think a tool today that helps artists, not even just from the Bay Area, is social media. You can take it from the SoundCloud days, you take it up to the Instagram, and now what we have today as a social media age. How did that kind of transition for you guys from your music and getting it out to the world?
I mean, even a song like Gas Pedal, right? Like that shit got cracking off of like Vine. You know what I'm saying?
It was a Vine classic.
It was a
viral.
Viral. Like, and man, like even songs like Up and Gas Pedal, brother, like if you really think about it, those are the songs that built empire.
Like absolutely.
Gazi was
shout out Gazi. That's family right there, man.
Like, but those are the first records that he like dumped his shit
exactly
on. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out the whole Empire camp, but you're right. Those are the ones that allowed them to kind of like get their foot into where we are today with Empire.
Exactly. So it was like, man, and you know, just to be around that and just like knowing that, I was like, oh man, this is like, you know, we really did some like crazy.
You trip off that? Like if you're out of the country and hear Gas Pedal or hear some of the old classics and they going crazy out of the country.
No, man, bro, it was crazy. I was just in Paris. I was out there for Fashion Week, and I'm just like in this like department store. And like just doing some shopping, and like dudes goes, Upilo, HBK
in Paris. Bro. Wow.
Like bro, like he was like, man, I grew up listening to HBK. Like I am Sue. Like
man, you know, started going down the whole family tree.
Like and I was like. And I was actually with me and Marky Basie.
Yeah, shout out Mark, man.
Me and Mark was together, and he was like, "Yo, that was crazy."
Yeah.
I was like, bro, who the fuck is you telling, bro?
Exactly.
Like, bro, like we're just like, man, we're just in this random department store, and like just to know that, like, you know, we were some fucking kids from the Bay.
Man, come on. to where it is now. Like I always talk about Marky Basie as well, because if you look at the umbrella of HBK, you go each Vine got somebody that's Kehlani, Marky Basie, like Sue, everyone that was doing it. Where you look at them now, Kehlani's doing world tours. You know, Marky Basie's out there in Paris doing his thing, and I'm talking about we're coming back from Anti-Summer Love and stuff like that that was going on.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, no, for real, man, and you know, like that tree and just like all the things that stemmed from initially that movement was like, man. It's still infinite. It's still infinite. You know.
Thank you, Up.
Yeah, thank you, Up. Thank you, Up. And man, like those, like you're saying, like those vines are still growing and
every day,
every day. You know, and even when, you know, from people that are attached to those artists, you know what I'm saying? It's still
it
like
keeps going down.
It just keeps
that whole Ancestry.com keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Ancestry is getting like bigger every fucking day, and you know, man, and you know, like. Every artist that's even coming out the Bay nowadays, it's like at some point, like we've been a part of something.
Yeah,
you know?
I seen an interview with Sweetie. She was talking about, you know, Gas Pedal and stuff like that. She was, what do you listen to? She was talking about that.
Yeah,
where all these different avenues where you see Kehlani, and I got to take it back to Kehlani because you got to tell us how that whole relationship, how that foundation with you guys came about. But you see it to this day where social media, we're talking about. I was talking to Dinah Jane about it, where artists that are coming out today, they have to add social media to their, you know, their whole packet because these TikToks and these people that are going viral, they're going viral there, and that's actually making their albums what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So tell me how something like that for you kind of helps you out in what you're doing today.
I mean, yeah, man. Like, I think social media is just it's a great tool. It's just like, man, like I get to do a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think and it's dope. I just think people want to be able to see that shit.
Yeah.
You know, all the time.
Instantly though.
Instantly, bro. Like, man, like, you know, like we out in Paris, man. I'm out there. I got a Bluetooth speaker. I'm out there slapping Messy Mar.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Paris.
In Paris, man. Like I got a bag on. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think social media has been such an important part to. I mean, just the music in general.
Yeah.
To just because like I feel like it made music like not regional.
Yes. It made it worldwide, and everyone in the world could see it.
Yeah, like everybody in the world could see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody could vibe with it, and it's not like this like regional thing no more.
Exactly.
And it like took away the regional thing.
Do you find yourself like now that you have the notoriety and recognition that you get, you kind of got to ease back off some of the social media stuff?
I mean, to be honest, like I feel like I want to be doing more.
Yeah.
But it's just, bro, it'd be hella hard to keep up.
A lot of artists that I talk to, they say, "Oh, management wants us to do everything on social media," but there's certain things. Oh, you might want to take that one down.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I try to do my best just to get out what I can, because I feel like now people just even want to know more.
Yeah, and you got to keep up with the Joneses. We were just talking before we started the podcast, this Threads thing they got going on.
Yeah.
You got to keep up with the Joneses is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, you got to keep up. If you don't adapt, you get left behind.
Man, and we were talking about how Twitter, that was like our newspaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like social media, Instagram, and now with Threads and everything like that. You just said it. If you don't keep up with the Joneses, you get left behind.
Yeah.
And I think it's the adaptability as well.
Yeah.
If you can adapt to the newer things like Threads and the newer social media out there, I think you can further your career more. But like I said, take us back to when working with Kehlani came to something, because that was just sis for you guys.
I mean, like it was crazy because how we even met Kehlani is we were at my homie Azure's crib in Oakland.
Yep.
And I think we were rehearsing for a show or something and we used to rehearse in Azure's like living room because he had like his DJ set up. And then David Michael, who was in the group with Azure, he put up with Kehlani.
Okay.
Just like they were like riding a bike. Yeah. And I think this is right when K had just got from it was America's Got Talent, something like that. And she was like, yo, like, she was just hella cool.
Yeah.
And she was like playing us some of her music. We were like, oh shit, this is crazy. And I think the next couple weeks, that's what we were like working on we were working on the Gang Forever tape.
Yep.
And she would just pull up and she would just like hop on.
That's crazy.
She would just like hop on songs. And man, she like, I think everybody knew.
Yeah.
Everybody
knew. That she had that it.
Yeah, she just had it.
Yeah.
Bro. Like anything that she sung, anything that she was like doing, she was just like, till this day, she's like, probably one of the most talented people that I've worked with.
Yeah.
And just to watch her like blossom into.
Come on, man. It's crazy.
Shout out to David Ali too. Man.
Shout out Dave, man. That's family right there. Man, shout out Nudes as well, because it takes us back to that whole Filipino thing. Nudes is like, she's going world tours and doing her thing with Kehlani. It's just, it comes back to the Bay. Right?
It just comes back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like where in the world would she like a Filipino girl? Yeah. DJ,
and killing it.
And killing it. Yeah. Man, I like to this day I'm still a huge fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely cool to watch like literally watch her.
Yeah. How did Anti-Summer Love come up?
I mean, that was like one of the first songs she had played us. And I was just like, man, I was like, man, yo, can I just like do a verse to it? She was like, sure. Yeah. Like, I was just like, she was like, yeah, sure. And then like, I just like threw that bitch up on SoundCloud, and
man, it went crazy.
Yeah, no, man, and she was super cool, and man, like everybody. Yeah, she was, man.
What about our brother Marky Basie? I know you guys been working together, but how did that whole relationship? Because he's from San Francisco.
Yeah.
And we always talk about, I always tell the story about Marky Basie. When I was doing my thing, he was like kind of the first, because I was on. I was like, dude, you guys got to listen to this kid from Marky Basie from San Francisco. Yeah. And then he just started to blow and grow. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you guys kind of got together. Tell us about that.
I mean, yeah, I grew up, like in the East Bay, right? Mm-hmm. So like in the East Bay, there was like Starting Six.
Yeah.
Like Knick Knack and and all those guys, and that's kind of how we even like met Mark. Was through like going to LA, linking up with Knick Knack and like Bobby Brackens and all.
Come on, Bobby Brackens.
The YMTK and all that shit. And me and Mark was just like we just like got cool, and and then I think we did Free Love.
Yeah, come on, man.
Free Love. Oh man, on that East Hollywood. But yeah, like he like, and that was like, I think that was prior to like even him.
Yeah.
Being an artist, because at that time he was like doing a bunch of songwriting, and I think he had just was
he was looking for his identity. I always tell him all the time.
Yeah, he was, because I think that was after 2 a.m. It was the 2 a.m. club. Yeah. He was in that group, And then I think after that he was like doing a bunch of songwriting and you know,
talented brother there, man. Shout out Mark.
Man, still, man.
Come on, to this day. Hey, look out for Marky Bates. He's working on some things too.
Yeah, to this day, man. And, you know, Mark's definitely always been one of my like favorite artists.
Come on, man. Look at the tree. The tree is just flourishing right now.
The tree, man. The tree, man.
But you got to take us back to the PAOLO solo stuff because you just coming off STUNNA the tour.
Yeah.
You just had a successful tour. I'm talking about, if you guys see the videos on PAOLO, during the tour, you wanted to be at every show.
Yeah.
But tell us how this whole solo career just even took off the way it did. SAMESQUAD, all these bangers out there.
I mean, yeah, like it came to the point when, you know, when I was like doing a bunch of production stuff, right? Yeah. And I was, you know, I was like going back and forth to LA and I was doing a bunch of sessions. And I was just like I had told my publisher, I was just like, yo, like, I gotta just like kind of chill off like doing hella sessions because like because I really, really want to like focus on my own thing. Because
you can't like have a full plate of production stuff and just kind of say, oh, let me try to do mine on the side.
Yeah, like
you got to kind of be fully focused.
I really have to choose up.
Yeah,
you know,
that's big for you to even come up with that. Yeah, because you're doing good off the production.
Yeah, like
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Like, you know, I was getting you know, I was getting some money from that.
Yeah,
you know, and that was like my bread and butter. But I was like, man, like if it like I always wanted to do my own thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and just represent and like have a voice. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was like I really had to like choose up.
Yeah. And you had to come with it too.
And I had to come with it.
Yeah.
And man, and I think really when things kind of like changed for me, it's like I went on tour with my homie Skizzy Mars.
Yeah.
He took me around the country. We did like, I think it was like 30 something dates around the country. And this is like my first time being on tour, like
by yourself,
solo.
Yeah,
because essentially Cool John was supposed to come on that tour with me. It was supposed to be me and Cool John
together.
Because that was right after like movie came out.
Right after,
like that, I was like, it was like when movie was going. So,
yeah.
But I think John ended up not. I think something happened. Like John didn't end up going on the road. So I pretty much like, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do.
I'm gonna go do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go do a tour. And it was crazy. It was the funniest thing happened. Like the first day we were in Pittsburgh. You know, and you know, on the East Coast, it's like it's different code. It's a different type of code.
Yeah, Pittsburgh on the East Coast, not Pittsburgh by Antioch.
No, Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
And it's like February.
Yeah,
and it's a different kind of code. It's a different
disrespectful code.
Yeah, man, bro. So literally, like the first day, I get hella sick.
On the first day of the tour.
So when I get to Pittsburgh, do the show, the next morning I wake up sick as a dog. Like sick as
Body ain't used to that cold.
Yeah, like bro. and then like literally the next day we go to Detroit.
Yeah.
And it's even colder.
Wow.
It's like 6 degrees.
Body ain't adapting.
Yeah. Man, come on, man. I'm from California. I'm from California. Man, so like, man, I do the show in Detroit, like horrible show. I did the horrible, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm literally like the heater's like turned up 90 to like 90, bro. I'm in my bed shivering, bro.
Disrespectful Midwest, like East Coast.
Yeah, like I'm in my bed shivering, bro. Yeah. And the next day we go to Columbus, man. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I might
wrap it up.
I might get back to the crib.
Hey, I might want to wrap this up. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, it's looking nasty for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, but like, man, I don't know. God gave me the strength.
Come on.
And then like literally the next day we had a show in Columbus, Ohio. And I think it was like and I think it was actually the biggest show on the tour.
Wow.
So
and you almost didn't make that one.
I almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
And man, like I came out, crushed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, come on. Now I said, now we on.
Now you got your groove.
Now I got my groove. And for me, that was like my first time even ever touring.
Yeah.
Like on my own.
Wow.
And man, I learned so much from that tour, and like I learned so much about myself.
Yeah,
you know, through those like trials and tribulations.
Absolutely.
Like, where it's like and like I think that's something that that everybody could like learn from. It's like when you really get to that like breaking point,
Exactly, because you trip. That's the thing you remember the most.
Yeah.
Like I almost went home.
Yeah, I almost
You know
went
what I mean?
home.
It's like you crazy because that was the biggest show of the tour that you said from that tour, and you almost went home.
Almost went home, bro. I was like, man, I was like sick as a dog. Like, bro, I was in my bed like 90 degrees, heater all the way up. I was in my bed shivering, bro.
As God's test. He was like, "You ready for this life?"
No, exactly. and you know, like, and even that whole tour just like put a battery in my back, and I was able to like, you know, to do my own thing after that. And then that's when like. After that tour, I ended up doing the More Than Anything album. Man, and then that's when
another classic.
Yeah, and then that's what that one had put me on something on it.
Yeah, come on, man, put me on something. It's still an anthem to this day.
To this day, man. To this day, like man, anywhere you go, you can play that.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, trust me, I play it at every festival I do.
man, and it was so crazy. Even on the day before the STUNNA tour. But the day before the STUNNA tour started, right? Yeah. Where like and like man, I was just like, you know, I was getting nervous. Yeah. You know, we about to start.
Absolutely.
We about to start tour.
Well, was this your first solo tour by yourself?
No. Like
this is off the STUNNA one though.
Yeah, this is just the STUNNA one. So where I'm sitting in the fucking parking lot of the rehearsal space, and I'm like going through my Instagram, and I see this, like, I'm tagged in this like article, but it's the Rolling Stones article.
Oh shit!
It's the Rolling Stones are the top 100 West Coast songs of all time.
Yeah.
And man, put me on something. It's sitting there, number 83.
Come on, man, number 83, top 100 for Rolling Stone.
Yeah, like West Coast songs of all time.
Wow.
And man, I'm like looking through the
list.
I'm like, whoa. There's like
hitters,
like you,
Dr. Dre, 40, everybody,
like Don Kennedy, all, like, bro.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, like, and that was just like, I feel like that was another sign from God, like, hey, bro,
come on,
you good? Like, just you.
Was that the I made it moment for you?
No, I don't know, bro. Like, I still like, I still
you have a couple of those coming up.
Yeah, like I still feel like, man, like. I got like so much that I'm like have in store. You know what I'm saying? I still like, you know, I still feel like I haven't done what I'm, you know.
Like you feel still like you haven't done your best record yet. You haven't done the best tour yet.
No, I haven't. Yeah, like I haven't done that. You know, and but also I think that was just, you know, those little moments are just like another reminder. Just like,
absolutely, confirmation. It's confirmation.
It's confirmation. Just you feel me? And it crazy that like. That happened literally like the last rehearsal before tour.
That's crazy. We got to frame that 83 on there though.
Yeah, man, and just to be a part of that. With like, bro, imagine how many fucking songs then came out the West Coast, bro, and how many classic songs,
and how many songs that people don't even know about that we know from the Bay that just didn't even make that even list.
Yeah, like man, and man, just to be like in the breadth of those. Yeah. You know, just a fucking Filipino kid from the Bay, man, you know.
But see, you said it right there. Being a Filipino kid from the Bay, number 83 on the Rolling Stone 100, you know, West Coast songs. But now you don't have the pressure of just the Bay Area. Now, I always say, I talk with poly artists and Filipino artists all the time. Now you have the pressures of the Philippines. Yeah. Now you have the Filipino kids looking up to you. Yeah. Now you kind of have the older ones saying, oh, okay, this is Filipino kid rapping and stuff like that too. How do you kind of adjust to, like, you know, having that extra pressure on you, being a Filipino?
I mean, I don't necessarily like look at it as pressure. I think it's like it's more of a like responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a responsibility to like hold myself accountable for how I move and and what I represent and what I want to like portray, you know what I'm saying, and what I want to like, you know, show people who like how to represent. You know, I want to be able to show people how.
And you're proud.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm like, bro, and on top of that, like I'm from the Bay, bro. We just proud people.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then you throw the Filipino in there too?
Yeah. No, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm proudly Filipino. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And man, bro, just to be able to like give people like any type of like something they could be like, yo.
Yeah, any kind of hope, right? Like that little
any kind of hope.
Man,
bro.
If he could do it, I could do it.
Yeah, like, but it's not even to do music or
just in general.
Just hope to do anything that you like. You could chase your whole fucking dream. You like, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny, you know, like I was born here, but my parents came here. Yeah, my parents came from the Philippines here. Yeah, and I always think about it. It's like, man, you know, they they took the risk, right?
Yeah.
But like them doing that, like, and me just like doing what I'm doing.
Come on, man.
Like
full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, it was that same risk that they took.
But it was the risk for this exact moment what you're living.
Exactly. You know, and like for me to be like, yo, I'm about to just like move across the like I wouldn't I wouldn't have the nuts to just like move across
I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way to America.
Like
exactly.
I don't know if like I would even have that. Like,
it's crazy because we talk about like parents, even Polynesian parents as well. Like they took that risk to kind of come to the States to have a better life for their kids and stuff like that too. Like you said, if it was me, they better than me. Because I'd be like, I'm good over here.
Like that shit is crazy.
That's crazy.
And you know, like jumping in music is like even
that's
like,
another loop.
That's another like,
obstacle.
You know, it's another like risky.
Yeah.
But that was the risk they took to give us the opportunity to take this.
Come on, calculated risk takers out there coming over them waters.
To give us this opportunity to take another risk.
Yeah.
And we got, and you know, and I think that's another responsibility.
Yeah.
You know.
And do you find yourself like when you do get the accolades and you do get the notoriety to kind of look back at mom and dad and be like, we did this.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
for sure, 1,000%, man. And like it, like obviously, you know, they wanted me to like finish school and
I thought you was gonna be a nurse. You're supposed to be a nurse.
Yeah, like, I'm supposed to be a nurse. You feel me? Or I'm supposed to be like an engineer or something like.
Because I'm pretty sure when they came over, they wasn't saying, "Oh, well, you're gonna be a successful producer, rapper." Yeah.
Like you know, that's not what they envisioned.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, man, it's dope to see my like, you know, my mom's coworkers at you know, from her job at like, you know, she worked at Kaiser.
Yeah.
Well, she just retired, but she was working at Kaiser, and you know, seeing her coworkers.
Mom walking out with the chest a little pumped out. You know, my son on tour. My mom do the same shit.
You know, and it's dope to see her proud.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? Because you know, they done took so much.
Come on, man.
They did a lot for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like for her to be proud and you know, for her to receive that, like, you know,
the confirmation of their sacrifice.
Like,
even sacrificing, you know, man, you want to be a, you know, music producer, you know, so for them to kind of like bite the bullet and say, all right, let's just get behind them and support you, because it always could go left.
You know,
they're like, nah, you ain't doing that. You gonna go do this. And for some parents, it is, you know, that kind of fork in the road where they have that meeting like, hey, he wants to do this. He don't want to do what we want him to do, and they want to take that chance and let you do that.
And I also want to give like the flowers to my brother. Yeah, cause my older brother, like Kuya Beats, man.
Come on, Kuya Beats, right
like,
there,
you
man.
feel me? Cause like when I made that decision to like drop out of school, cause I was like, when I was in college, I was like playing basketball, and after like pretty much after basketball season was done, I kind of had this fork in the road where I was like, okay, am I gonna like continue school to go transfer, or I'm gonna go full-time music?
Yeah. And that fork is a mug too.
Yeah, man, that fork, and every time I took the riskier road. Yeah. And obviously, like, my parents wasn't fucking with that. Yeah. But, man, my older brother, like, really, like, you feel me?
Big bro.
Yeah, man, big bro, and you know, he held them all for me. Like, you know,
he had to kind of convince them to be like, nah, you could do this.
Yeah, like, you know, and man, like, and you know, he kind of really just he put that shield up for me and was like,
big bro, that's big bro status right there. Man, I'll go take all this. You go do what I know you could do.
Like, man, and like, man, I could kind of get emotional talking about it, but like, man, like my brother, like, really just like, he gave me everything that, you know, he gave me all the tools that, you know, he even brought the production program home from the when he was going to youth radio. Yeah. Out in Berkeley. Yeah. It was in Berkeley at that time, but he brought it home Reason, and that's that's
crazy
how I even like started making beats. And you know, so shout out to him.
Big bro, don't bring that program home. You still might be you might be struggling right now.
Man, I swear to God, man. And man, shout out to Kuya Beats, man. Like, man, he gave me everything, man.
With everything that's full circle, family, big bro, what you're doing now, what's next for PAOLO?
Man, some more of it.
Some more of it.
Some more of it. See, you feel me? Man, working on some more music. Like, about to start recording the new project. Just kind of taking this time, like, man, just like have a little fun.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm also working on some like production stuff too. Like, we're working on this executive producing this project for Grand National.
Oh, nice.
You know, because even like Monty and Irk and Adeuce, like, and Passwords, those are guys like, you know, that I got a lot of respect for. And you know, I want to be able to like, you know, give back to what they gave me too. Because man, it's even like someone like Irk and like Monty Draper he went to high school with me. Yeah. You know, and he was the captain of the basketball team, so he's always been like a big brother. Big brother,
because he was the cap.
Yeah, he was cap. He was cap. So like he was always like, you know, a big brother to me. And Irk, Kevin Allen. Yeah. But at the time he was Irk, but he was the one who gave me and Sue an opportunity to produce on his debut album. You know what I'm saying? So like,
shout out Irk the Jerk. Yeah. I mean, my bad, dog. You always be talking about that.
but you know what I'm saying? But like, even that, like, you know, and man, I'm still fans of those dudes to this day. So it's like, man, we working on some stuff with that, man. Super excited about that, man. All that's sounding really good. Yeah. But also, man, just some more stuff, man.
Come on, man.
Food, culture, all the shit. Like I'm like working on a lot of a whole bunch of stuff, man.
Have you got a chance to take your talents and what you've been doing back to the Philippines yet?
Last time I went was like 2018. But that was like we had like some shows out there. Like we had some shit in Cebu. Yeah. With Ed and shout out to Ed. But yeah, no, I want to get back there soon though. Yeah. I think we're supposed to go at the end of the year.
You just finished in Stunna. Like, what are some of the moments, like either festivals or shows that just stick out to you? Just be like, that's one of my aha moments.
Yeah, nah, man. I mean, shit doing the Warfield, man. Yeah. You know,
when you come back home, it's a different beast.
Yeah, no, man, and you know, and it's crazy because like, you know, we used to do all the Heartbreak Halloween there, and for me to be able to like do that shit just on my own.
Yeah,
you know, coming back like seeing where we came from, and I was like when I was opening for like Sue and Kay, and
now it's like featured. Yeah, now it's like the headliner.
Yeah, no, I'm able to be the headliner, man. And man, it just goes to show, man, like if you really just like, if you put that work in, man, you could really just achieve it. You know, if you believe it, you could achieve it.
And I want you to stay on that note because you got that young Filipino kid, that producer, that MC that's watching this podcast right now, trying to get some gems from what you get. What do you got to say to that kid that's kind of going to try to follow his dreams?
Oh, man. Man, stay a student, man.
Yeah. Stay a student.
Stay a student, man, and just continue to learn, man. I'm still learning to this day. Yeah. You know, once you stop growing, you're dead.
Yeah. Come on. Woo, say that again.
Once you stop growing, you're dead. You know, so man, like I'm always like learning. I'm always soaking up game. Yeah. You know, whether it's from OGs or young Gs. Yeah. You feel me? Like I want to be able to like continue to be that bridge between the old and the young.
And I feel like you are, because I think when you guys, you know, you work with E40 and you work with like the legends in the game, and they see the PAOLO featuring PAOLO or you featuring them as well. That is bridging the gap between the old and the new. Yeah. And now there's going to come a time where you have to bridge you from there. Like, you know, who are you checking out for now? Like, this kid LaRussell. Like, who are some of these kids you kind of listening to now?
Yeah, I mean, LaRussell, Kari.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Man,
I seen that boy Simba doing his thing too.
I was just.
I seen that on your.
Yeah, we were just out there fucking around, man. Man, it's dope to see Simba do his thing.
Yeah,
man. Because he been on this shit too. Yeah. Like, you know, me and him, we used to like make music off MySpace together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope to see him, you know, be able to get his shit,
get that worldwide acclaim.
Yeah, man, shit. Even Larry too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, like, shout out Larry.
Man, Larry holding it down for us. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope to see his journey too.
Yes.
Like, you know, if you know, Larry was, you know, he was rapping hella long ago too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it just shows that persistent, and you know,
persistence is key. Consistency is key.
You know, and man, just to see, you know, so many people, you know.
Yeah, from the area.
Yeah, from the area, man. You know, just being able to represent, man. Yeah, and man, dude, it's just for me, like for me, it's still an honor just to be able to say I'm from here.
Absolutely.
It's to say I'm from the Bay and representing people. When people think of PAOLO, they think about the Bay.
Come on,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? And that's
fixture.
Yeah, man. It's just an honor, man. Because not a lot of people are able to do that.
Yeah.
You know? So
that's why I want them to see podcasts like this, to see from the ground up.
Yeah.
To see from the organic, humble beginnings like that, because I feel like you're still just getting started, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no, man.
You haven't even hit your stride yet, and you've done a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? Man, we really. That's really how I feel. Like, I really feel like we really just getting started. We just really getting our foot in the game, and it's been about like 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know at some point it's just everything is gonna click.
Exactly.
And man, I just I just stay believing, bro.
Yeah.
And
I think Collect Select and Who Cares said it best on the shirts we wearing right now. The family always wins.
The family always wins every time.
My brother PAOLO, I appreciate your time, because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? It's going to be time and a place, and I think right now was the time and the place.
It was the time and place, man. You know what I'm saying? Like put up to the Who Cares and Collect Selection. We was like, oh, come to the podcast. Yeah. I was like, I got Monday. Come on, let's figure it out.
But man, I'm just glad everybody got a chance to hear your story, because there's going to be another chapter on it.
Man, come on, man. We're gonna wait a couple little, let a couple calendars go by. We're
exactly.
Talk
come
about
on, man. If you ain't already, man, go support this man, my brother PAOLO, right here doing his thing. The family always wins, brother.
Come on,
every time coming in, man.
I appreciate it, man.
And every time I do a festival, I tell PAOLO, you gonna come up on that stage and do, because I'm gonna be playing this, put it on something all the time.
Yeah, come on, man.
But man, Dos Gatas Tequila, your boy Big Body Cisco, my brother PAOLO. Thank you, brother.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
Come on, we here. See you on the next one. Western Conference. Peace.